Hello Team MBA and welcome to this brief introduction on resume writing. My name is Andrea Torville and I am the MBA Career Consultant, and I'm going to help walk you through an introduction and an overview on how to write a resume.
What we will cover today is what are resumes, resume goals, types of resumes, before you start your resume, what to put in your resume, and the do's and don'ts of resume writing.
What is a resume? It's a brief summary of your skills and experience, your first impression to an employer, a marketing document for yourself, a living document because it's always changing, and a snapshot of your professional background. Writing your resume should have 3 goals in mind. One is to earn an interview, the obvious one. Also, you want to provide a solid summary of your knowledge, skills, and abilities, your KSAs. And then you want to ensure that you communicate effectively to your audience. True or false, a resume gets you the job. False. A resume does not get you the job. It gets you an interview, but it does not secure you the job. There are several types of resumes. Here, we will focus on the most common seen resumes in the business and the corporate world. Reverse chronological resumes are the most common resumes in the corporate world, preferred by most employers as it is representative of a consistent work history. Most recent work experience will go first, and the experience is listed in reverse chronological order. A functional resume is a summary of experience. It highlights your skills and abilities in sections. For example, project skills, customer service, management skills, while briefly stating the dates and places you worked at closer to the bottom of your resume. This resume is best for diverse employment backgrounds, large career gaps, and for previous business owners. Combination resumes are just as they sound. They combine the best elements from chronological and functional resumes. They will highlight your skills at the top in a profile statement, along with a key skills section and/or competencies list. When written well, this is a great resume for career transitioners. It is also very common with students looking for internships or new grad opportunities. Question for everyone out there. How long will a recruiter spend initially reviewing your resume? 6 to 10 seconds, believe it or not. Capture their attention and they will continue to read. Starting is half the battle with resumes. One way to build confidence in the process is to create lists. If you are writing your general resume, think about the skills you have acquired over the years. A great tool to help support this is to use worksheets. These help capture the skills that you've had in the past. We have provided 1 or 2 below this presentation. If you are applying to a role and need guidance in tailoring your application, these worksheets also help. The Conference Board of Canada has created a great list of employability skills. We have provided that link below as well. Take some time to review this list, as it may help generate reminders and thoughts on the skills you already have. We'd like to touch on some typical resume sections. Typical resume sections include contact information, a profile and a summary statement, work experience, education, volunteer experience, interests, and extracurricular activities. Some of these are optional, some of these are typical. Contact information. Start with your first and your last name. Choose the name you go by. If you go by Dan, but your legal name is Daniel, you can put Dan. Please add your address, including your city, your phone number, but exclude any +1 at the front, please use a professional email, and if you don't have one, I request that you create one. As you can see, andrea.torville@ucalgary.ca is a lot more professional than "go get that job, Andrea" at hotmail.com. If you have a LinkedIn account, please feel free to add that as well. Recruiters are probably going to look you up on LinkedIn. Profile, summary, key skills. Adding this at the top of your resume is a great way to highlight overall experience and your current professional status and skills. This gives you the ability to support targeting your resume as well. Helps also grab the reader's attention. The top third portion of your front page of your resume is amazing real estate. As a rule of thumb, please do not add the I's or the my's on your resume. They can be included sparingly on your cover letter, but they do not belong on your resume. Under work experience, it is important to build strong bullet points. Use the formula action verb plus skill and or task equals results. Please qualify and quantify as best as you can in your bullet points. And remember, you are writing the resume with what's in it for them in mind versus what's in it for me. If you have skills-based volunteering, you can also add this here, but please put volunteering in brackets beside the title. Leave out what the reader doesn't need to know. Yes, there are many skills we have acquired that we are super proud of, but not all of them are relevant to the job you are applying for. Education. Highlight key education. If you are a current student, put your education above the work experience, but below the profile summary. This just supports where you've been for the last year or so. High school is unnecessary on your resume when you have an undergrad. Here is a list of additional sections for your resume. These are optional and not mandatory. Just know your audience as best as you can. Audiences such as management consulting will want to see your relevant extracurricular activities, volunteer experience, awards, and student clubs. However, other companies may not. Try to determine what your audience may want to see. True or false? It is important to put all your professional history in your resume when applying to a job. False. You want to only include the relevant information that is applicable to that job posting. We all have amazing backgrounds, and it's only important to give the reader what they're looking for. Keep all items on your resume relevant to your audience. What skills do they want to see? What accomplishments would they enjoy knowing about? Ask yourself this while you're writing your resume for that job posting. Here is a quick list of do's and don'ts for your resume. Do add action verbs. Do focus on accomplishments and results in your bullets. Don't use I or my. Do use readable font. Times New Roman, Arial, Calibri, and Georgia are some of the most common. Keep consistent with the font size. 10 to 12 points is great. Do tailor your resume to each application. Do proofread, and you can also see your advisor to help you out with that. Don't note references available on request. It's unnecessary. The employer knows if they're going to ask you for references, you're probably going to be able to provide them. And do see your career advisor for help. Don't lie on your resume. Thank you for listening to this brief introduction on resumes. Note, resumes are a living document and they're always going to be changing. But it's good to put some good tips into practice now. Please see your career advisor for any support.